The moon hangs silently in the night sky, a glowing pearl against the endless darkness. For thousands of years, humans have stared up at it, dreaming of touching its dusty surface. In 1969, that dream finally begins to unfold. The world is restless. Two superpowers are locked in a space race. The United States has promised its people and the entire planet that they will send a man to the moon and bring him safely home before the decade ends. President John F. Kennedy's challenge echoes in the minds of millions. NASA prepares for the greatest adventure humanity has ever attempted. In Houston, engineers and scientists lean over their consoles, eyes fixed on glowing screens. At the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, workers bustle, tightening bolts, testing circuits, fueling the largest rocket ever built. The Saturn V, towering 363 feet tall, it is a mountain of power and fire waiting to be unleashed. Among the thousands of workers and scientists, 3 men are chosen to ride this giant to the moon. Neil Armstrong, the calm, a steady test pilot with nerves of steel. Buzz Aldrin, brilliant and determined, eager to step onto alien soil. And Michael Collins, the quiet and capable pilot who will orbit above, watching over them. July 16, 1969, the Florida air is heavy with heat, and crowds gather miles away to witness history. Families sit on blankets, binoculars in hand. Children point at the massive rocket, news cameras roll. Around the world, millions wait by their televisions and radios. The countdown begins 10, 9, 8. The crowd chants along, engineers hold their breath. The astronauts lie strapped inside their capsule, listening to the ticking seconds. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. The Saturn V awakens with a thunderous roar. Flames burst outward, smoke billows like a storm cloud. The ground shakes, car alarms blare, and people cheer. Slowly at first, then faster, the rocket rises, carrying Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins beyond Earth's grasp. For 3 days, they drift through the void of space. Inside the cramped spacecraft, they eat freeze-dried meals, crack jokes, and read checklists. Michael Collins carefully maneuvers the Columbia Command Module, ensuring every system hums in order. They float weightlessly, staring out small windows at the shrinking Earth behind them. Then, after endless hours of travel, the moon looms ahead, gray, cratered, ancient. Collins keeps Columbia steady in lunar orbit, while Armstrong and Aldrin prepare to descend in their small craft, the Eagle. The separation is tense. A metallic clunk echoes as the Eagle detaches and drifts away. Collins watches them go, alone now, circling the moon, carrying the hope of bringing his crewmates home. Inside the Eagle, Armstrong grips the controls. The computer flashes warnings, alarms blare over load errors. The descent isn't smooth. They are off course, heading toward a crater filled with boulders. Armstrong takes manual control. The fuel gauge ticks lower and lower, 90 seconds, 60, 30, dust sprays across the window as the craft hovers, searching for a safe landing. Finally, Armstrong steadies his hand and brings the Eagle down gently. The pads touch the lunar soil. A pause. Then Armstrong's calm voice crackles through radios around the world. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Cheers erupt in mission control. Engineers leap to their feet, clapping, embracing. Around the world, people cheer, weep, and pray. Humanity has done it. A machine built on Earth, carrying to men, has landed on another world. Hours pass as Armstrong and Aldrin prepare for the moment. They don their bulky white suits, helmets gleaming, oxygen tanks secured. Cameras are ready, checklists complete. Armstrong moves to the hatch and slowly climbs down the ladder. Each step echoes the weight of human history. At last, his boot hovers above the lunar surface. Millions of eyes are fixed on grainy black and white television screens. Armstrong lowers his foot, pressing it into the soft gray dust. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. The words ring out across the planet. From crowded cities to remote villages, people listen in awe. Humanity has left its first footprint on another celestial body. Buzz Aldrin follows, carefully descending the ladder. His boots sink into the dust beside Armstrong's. He looks around, marveling. Magnificent desolation, he says. The landscape stretches endlessly, a silent desert of craters and shadows. Together they explore, moving with small bouncing steps in the weak gravity. They set up instruments, collect rocks, and take photographs. They carry a plaque that reads, "We came in peace for all mankind." They unfold the American flag and plant it into the lunar soil. The fabric ripples slightly in the vacuum, stiffened by wires. Behind it, Earth hangs in the sky, glowing blue and white, a fragile marble suspended in darkness. Back on Earth, billions watch in wonder. People from rival nations, divided by politics and war, unite for a brief moment of shared humanity. For a few hours, the world feels whole. After their tasks are complete, Armstrong and Aldrin return to the Eagle. They rest briefly, though sleep is nearly impossible with excitement rushing through them. Then it is time to leave. The ascent engine fires, carrying them back into lunar orbit. Dust explodes outward as the small craft rises. Michael Collins watches from Columbia, relief washing over him. He welcomes them back. The three men are together again, their mission still not over. They fire engines once more, breaking free of the moon's pull. The long journey home begins. Days pass. They clean themselves as best as they can, eat carefully rationed meals, and check systems tirelessly. At last, Earth grows larger in the windows. The blue oceans, the swirling clouds, the continents all waiting to embrace them. Re-entry is the final trial. The spacecraft plunges into Earth's atmosphere, flames licking its sides as it endures immense heat and pressure. The world waits. Then parachutes blossom in the sky, colorful canopies slowing the capsule. With a final splash, Columbia lands in the Pacific Ocean. Rescue ships rush to greet them. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins are lifted from the water, greeted as heroes. Around the world, people celebrate not just America's victory, but humanity's achievement. We had touched another world and returned. The moon landing becomes a symbol of possibility. It proves that no dream is too distant, no frontier too far. Children look up at the night sky differently now, knowing that humans have walked on that glowing orb. Scientists and explorers are inspired to push further, to Mars and beyond. The legacy of Apollo 11 is not only in its technology or its triumph, but in the reminder that when humanity dares to dream, it can reach the stars. And so the story ends with a vision, the moon, gray and silent, holding footprints that may last for millions of years. And far away, Earth glowing like a jewel, fragile yet full of life. Two worlds connected forever by a trail of courage, ingenuity, and wonder.